Virtuous, individual, black excellence. Centuries ago, melanated people were known as royalty. Later down the timeline, we were taken out of Africa, put on ships to travel into unknown territory and become enslaved. Captured, mistreated, refused to be seen as virtuous, individual, black excellence. It's time to gain our reputation back. It's time to continue the dreams of Mansa Musa and Cleopatra, who defined royalty, wealth, and power in Africa. But most importantly, we will complete the dreams that God has for us. We will reign in victory. Y'all ready to V.I.B.E? Because I am. Come on, let's talk with me, your favorite host, Paris Hawk. Let's vibe, baby. Let's talk with Paris Hawk. Ooh, we got the V, we got the I, we got the B, we got the E. Oh, we got the vibe. We got the V, we got the I, we got the B, we got the E. Oh, we got the vibe. 'Cause we're virtuous, individual, and we're black. We're excellent. We got the V.I.B.E. We're black. Oh, don't know if you've been told. Oh, we got the vibe. So let's talk with Paris Hawk. Let's vibe, baby. Bonjour, it's me, your girl Patty, and this is Let's Talk with Paris Hawk Vibe, the show where we represent all virtuous, individual, black, excellent kings and queens 365 days a year, 7 days a week. Today, we're going to talk about miracles. Well, in today's life, we have a lot of miracles happening, and sometimes you may not believe in those miracles. Or you may not see those miracles because you do not have enough faith. You see, in Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, it says that if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, then with God, you can move mountains. With God, you can do above anything that, your hater may say, or you may say about yourself. But as long as you believe that you have that faith, as long as you put that faith in God, then you can do anything. And that in itself is a miracle. Now, to me, when I think of miracles, I think of it like this. M meaning manifestations, I meaning inspirational, R meaning revelations, A meaning accentuating, C standing for Christ, L meaning love, E meaning extraordinary, and S meaning supernatural. Putting that all together, miracles are manifestations which are inspirational revelations, accentuating Christ's love in extraordinary supernatural ways. Now, if that isn't a word, then I don't know what is. You guys, God has done so much in the Bible already to just show us that He is God. He is sovereign. And I remember I preached a sermon years ago with the 3 Ds, the demonic man, the deceased woman, and the deceased girl. And you can find those stories in the book of Mark, chapter 5. You can find all those stories of God performing miracles. You can even find the story in the book of John when Jesus resurrected Lazarus just because his family and friends had faith that God can do it. They didn't have the faith at first, but they eventually had faith. And so today I have a very, very special guest. She is the CEO of Ancient Remedies. She is a sweetheart. She has a beautiful personality, and her products are amazing. She had MS, she still has MS, but because she took the path she took, because she had faith in God, she now has the capacity to live a normal life. It's like the MS never existed. So I hope you guys enjoy this interview today. I hope you guys are blessed, and remember that miracles are manifestations, which are inspirational revelations accentuating Christ's love in extraordinary supernatural ways. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you guys after the interview. And of course, I love all of you. All right. Be blessed. See you soon.
Let's talk with Paris Hawk. Ooh, we got the V, we got the I, we got the B, we got the E. Oh, we got the vibe. We got the V, we got the I, we got the B, we got the E. Oh, we got the vibe. 'Cause we're virtuous, individual, and we're black. We're excellent. We got the V.I.B.E. We're black. Oh, don't know if you've been told. Oh, we got the vibe. So let's talk with Paris Hawk. Let's vibe, baby.
Bonjour, it's me, your girl Patty, and this is Let's Talk with Paris Hawk Vibe. Today I have a really super special guest with an amazing story. She goes by ASH, and she is the CEO of Ancient Remedies. Before I even let her speak on her business, I want to give a huge thank you for just being here today. I know you are busy on your, I don't know if you want to call it a tour or whatever you want to call it. You're busy, and you just took the time out to bless us today. So thank you so much. And yeah, so can you tell us a little bit about what ASH means and about your business?
Okay, no worries. First of all, I want to thank you for having me. And basically, ASH is acronym for my name, my first, middle, and last name. And it's ASH, not Ash. That's really the whole thing. ASH, not Ash. And I'll just, if I tell you what my first, middle, and last name is, then you'll be more inclined to call me that versus ASH. So we'll stick with it. But Ancient Remedies is my business, and basically we were in the herbal game, so we're trying to heal and uplift the community going through our herbal teas. So basically we have our house tea, our immunity blend, which uses ancient roots and herbs that have been handed down for hundreds, even thousands of years, which is how we got our name, Ancient Remedies. And that's our only house blend. Other than that, we specialize in the BYOB, where you can build your own blend, because we feel like not we feel like, but our motto is everyone's different, therefore everyone's tea should be different, because our teas don't just taste good.
Yeah. Right. Great. So how did you start your business? I kind of know a little bit of your story, but they don't. So what made you start your business? What made you say, I'm going to mix these herbs. I'm going to see what they do, and I'm going to see how they heal. What got you to that point in life?
Basically, so it's kind of a lengthy story, and that's, I'm sure, what you're referring to. We talked about actually the Atlanta Food Truck Park. We met at the Atlanta Food Truck Park. I want to say my premiere weekend out there. But anyway,
your first time.
Yeah, I think so. So that was nice. But so basically what happened was in 2017, one morning I just woke up and it was a normal morning. I had to go up the stairs. So I went upstairs and how about this? I was attempting to go upstairs and my leg felt really numb, like how your leg is kind of want to stump it out or whatever. So my leg was numb, but I hobbled up the stairs or whatever, because I was like, oh, my leg's just asleep, to wake up later. Then I went back to sleep, took another nap until it's time for me to get up and go to class, get up to go take a shower. And then, I'm actually showering and my arm, it was heavy. I don't really know any other way to explain it. It was really heavy. I couldn't really move it.
Kind of fell asleep, but worse.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was feeling like how my leg was, like it was asleep, like it was heavy. So I didn't go to class that day. I was working on my mechanical engineering degree at the time. So I didn't go to class that day. And that's major because like, I was 4.0 student. I didn't miss school for anything. So
Wow.
actually I missed class 3 days. I was in denial for 3 days. Now that I think back, I don't know how I let myself not, go after the first day, but I was like, I'm healthy. I don't know, I don't know what
there has to be something wrong if you're not going to class.
Yeah, I knew something.
For most college students, that's not the case. Sometimes they don't go because they don't want to go. But for you, it's different.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I literally, my leg, I couldn't, I couldn't move my leg. I couldn't move my leg. So I ended up standing there for a couple of weeks. They weren't sure if I had lupus or multiple sclerosis. I had to do like a spinal tap, which was, I don't recommend that unless it's serious. But from what I hear, they don't recommend it unless it's serious. But yes, so they had to do a spinal tap, and they were telling me that according to the bands that were showing up, I don't know how they look. I don't know the exact technicalities of it, but something about the bands, it was showing up positive for lupus and multiple sclerosis. But they, like the weeks before that, while I was, in there and, they were doing all these scans and tests, they'd already told me while, they weren't sure which one it would be impossible to be both. I couldn't have both. So now after they took this test, though, which they were sure after this test, they would know exactly what was up. Now they took this test, the spinal tap, and they were saying, well, it was positive for both. So now they're saying I have both after that just told me and assured me for weeks I couldn't have both. It'd be impossible to have both. So it was crazy. I ended up getting up at the University of Virginia at the hospital there and worked with them for a while. And then it wasn't until I got to the University of California, San Diego, I was finally diagnosed. And that wasn't until a year later in 2018 when I started going to get accepted there. And, I was mindful to go to a school with with the medical school on campus because I knew that I needed, I had something out. Yeah, exactly. I went to a school that had a medical school on campus, and UCSC, the University of California, San Diego had one. They were able to get me diagnosed there. And, I was young. I had tested positive. They positively diagnosed me with multiple sclerosis. I had never been on any medications for it or anything like that. So I'm not saying that they were excited, but they essentially were excited to, get me on tests and everything and, to get it figured out and, get it under control. So they got me signed on as a volunteer with the Johns Hopkins University multiple sclerosis trial. And so there were 3 different levels, and I randomly got selected for what level in the trial I'd be on. And initially I was just on I would just take the pill, but the pill was making me really sick, like really, really sick. So I got off the pill and went to the shot. So I was like having to give myself a shot every other day, I think. And that was like, everything was just really messing with, like, not just like giving myself a shot was horrible. So I didn't like doing that. And then 2, it was like, leaving marks and stuff like that. I didn't like that. But outside of that, it was also affecting me like emotionally and, anxiety and stress and things I had never really dealt with before, and until, I had this medicine actually affecting my body. And I had already gone from having to have a wheelchair when I went to the hospital and got out the hospital to, walking with an actual walker, to walking with a cane, to run on the beach. That was my goal, to be able to run on the beach once I moved to San Diego. But I had already done all that on my own through my research with the herbs. But then, I was like, okay, they said this is what I need. I need to take this medicine so, I can, at the very least, so it doesn't happen again, even though I've gotten better. But then it was making me worse. So I kindly, just rejected the trials. I even had to go to the extent of getting infusions because wasn't able to take pills. I wasn't able to take the shots. So I started infusions where I'd have to actually go and it's a big thing. Like you don't want to have to do that. And I didn't like it. Just mentally having to go do infusions, like it's tough, not only are you going through that and it's putting your body through a lot, but then mentally like having to go to the hospital. It was like a 6-hour process and be there all day.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
That's like 6 hours is a lot. Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot. And you're already going through a lot. Then you have to go through a lot just to, go through the process of medication. So yeah, I stopped doing that. It didn't take very long to stop doing that. I literally did one infusion. I, did all the other trials. I did one infusion and I didn't like it. I stopped that. And then not only that, COVID started coming around. So that was even more so a reason for me to be like, okay, no, I'm good. I don't want to be at the hospital for hours, doing an infusion, even if it's just every couple of months,
Right.
So got back on my herbs, which I was already, doing anyways. And then when COVID like really, really hit, I found myself traveling here and there and everywhere, taking herbs to my grandparents, my friends, my family. I had people in Texas, Florida, and, Georgia. So I was going here and there and everywhere. And then, one day it just kind of hit me, and then having conversations, it was like, okay, we're not just going to share this with ourselves and our little family community. We're going to share this with the
Don't be stingy, share it with us.
Exactly. So Ancient Remedies was born. So
okay. Wow. And so do you still, I know you said you take the herbs now, but do you still have MS or anything like that?
I mean, it's something that is technically, I don't know if it's called like terminal, but it's something that it's something that is always permanent, I guess I should say. It's permanent. So I always, once you're diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, it's something that you always have. But as far as effects, I mean, it affects my expenditures, my arm and my leg, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm running the business, doing everything. So on paper,
work. That's great. Wow. I actually, I don't know if you remember, I mentioned that I have well, she's not my real sister, but I call her my sister. And she actually has MS, and her story is so powerful. I hope to one day interview her for V.I.B.E, but I told her about your herbs, and I've been trying to get her on some herbs, but I know sometimes that things don't necessarily like get in people's brain until they see the success story, because that's how it is with me, and that seems to how it is with most people, which it's okay sometimes, but just seeing how you overcame that, I can't wait to share your story, or even I'll send this to her and show her how you were able to overcome it. No, she maybe doesn't have to like switch to what you did right away, but it's obviously possible. It's obviously possible to get off out of a wheelchair, to get off a cane, to get off a walker, and to start running. I mean, when I saw you at I think like you said, the Atlanta food truck, it was one of those, festivals. When I saw you there, I would have never known. Absolutely never known. Yes, girl. Shoot. Like, that's awesome. And I can definitely say, you guys, I've tried one of her drinks. What was it? It had the fruit on top.
Girl.
Yeah, what was it called? The
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. Yes, Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that's our favorite.
That was good. It was refreshing. And she has her like agave and date syrup. Like, and what are you drinking right now?
Yep, all day. That's what I'm drinking right now. So the Sub-Zero comes with fruit and everything on top, but the immunity tea is what the base of it is. So this is just the tea, and still got my little agave here.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not just an agave. Now we have a house blend that we're actually getting ready to bottle up and start manufacturing and selling our sugar-free sugar. It's a mix of dates and agave.
Wow. And you said manufacturing. So do you have like a factory or something? Like, did you get big, like bigger than what I last saw? What happened? You blew up.
I wouldn't say blown up, but I do have a manufacturing facility registered with the Food and Drug Administration right here in my hometown in Rockford. And we're also working on getting one going down in Atlanta, because that's like my second home.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping to see you back again, but after I saw her, y'all, she was like, I'm out of here. I've been seeing her travel at least once a week. Like, the only way I get time with her is when she answers my messages, and now. Like, but it's okay. But it's crazy how, you tell your story, and I don't know if you've seen the first episode of V.I.B.E, but like in or any of the other interviews that I've done with people, but in most of the interviews I tell a little of my story, because that's like I just can't help but praise God for what has happened. I used to deal with chronic body pains, and I still do. I have the sickle cell trait. My brother has the disease, but for some reason, I tend to get more pain than he does. Like, he gets pain every once in a while. I get pain almost daily. And I understand what you mean when you say that sometimes you just need to lay in bed. Sometimes you just can't get up. Sometimes you just don't want to do stuff. Sometimes your body just feels blah. I get it. I remember in college, I mean, it's like we kind of have a similar story. Not that you want to have a similar story, but you know, sometimes it's good to have similar stories. And I remember in college, I would just be like laying in the bed. I mean, as an 18-year-old in college, asking someone to rub your legs and your butt and your back because it hurts. It's kind of embarrassing, but it was hurting that much to the point where I couldn't go to class. And now I wasn't on perfect attendance like you, I won't lie, but my perfect attendance was I used to have a band. I used to speak. I ran my business in college. And so for me to miss those two things that were super important to me was major, because it was like, how am I going to miss that? That's something that's important to me. And I remember, and girl, I love to eat. I know I don't look like it, but I love to eat. So for even me to miss meals, that was something major. And so I totally get you there, but it's crazy because God sustains, like he really does, through the storm, through every circumstance. God sustains. And even when you feel like you're going through hell, God still prevails and puts his hand and his covering over your life. And so I went on a fast, and it lasted the week before my show relaunched. It was supposed to relaunch July 4th, but life happened, technical difficulties, and you know, it's okay. Sometimes God's plan is not our plan. So God wanted me to relaunch later. There's a reason. I feel like I know why there's a reason, because I needed to sit back and tell more. But the thing is, I had these visions, and I don't really, sometimes I'm like, how come I have visions, you know? Like, I'm only in my 20s, whatever. But I call it visions now because it came true. My vision was, God said, if you go on a fast. Now, girl, before that, I had tacos. I had bought stuff for tacos and whatnot. I love me some tacos. I love me some food, okay? But God was like, no, you're going to go on this fast. And basically, long story short, God wanted me to tell my story of what I went through. And I didn't want to, because one, it's me like putting other people's business out there, because it's like not just about me, like they're involved in the story. But even though they wronged me, God's just like, tell your story. And I didn't want to, because I didn't want to embarrass anyone, even though it was not me that wronged them, you know. And God kept saying, tell your story. And if you don't tell your story, then I'm gonna start taking away from you. And I tell in the first episode of V.I.B.E of how God took so many things away from me. From, you know, how your bank account is like pauses your money, like it just doesn't take it out all at once. Like, you know, it's like, wait. So I had hundreds of dollars, and because I have two accounts. One account I had hundreds of dollars. Because I did not listen to God, he made my account negative $1.39. And I'm like, you just told me to quit my job like a week or two before that. And I was comfortable because I had the resources. I'm a single mom. I don't get child support or anything, but I was okay because I had enough, you know? And God said, I need you to tell your story, because what you envisioned when I told you to go on that fruit and veggie fast, what you envisioned is going to come to pass. Now, let me also say that fast, like I said, it ended July 4th, 2021. And girl, let me tell you, my stomach was torn up because I was eating fruits and veggies, strictly like just fruits and veggies. And yeah, my stomach was torn up, girl. Even just from eating eggs, like I was like, seriously, God, seriously, can I just have some fun? But anyways, long story short, in my vision, God said that someone would pray over, would suggest that they would pray over me, place their hands over me during Bible study. Now, also, my son had an issue between his leg, his hip, and his knee. And basically, with that issue, he was going to have to go to the orthopedic. And it's so funny because what God said would happen, he said that they would lay their hands over me and my son. And normally I don't bring my son to Bible study, but this time I did. And when they laid their hands over me and my son, I kid you not, I felt a release. I felt like it was like my body was loosened up. And from that time until, because that time to the time of the relaunch that my show was supposed to relaunch, that was a week's time span. And I only had one body, what is it called? Pain attack or whatever. And normally I get them almost every day. And it only lasted like 3 hours. But, and then when I took my son to the doctor that Monday, his x-rays, it looked like nothing happened. Like his x-rays were clear. Like his hip and his knee, it looked like nothing was ever wrong with him. And so I say that to say, I totally understand where you're coming from, but you took that leap of faith and not only trusted, well, I'm assuming you trusted God. I don't know what your beliefs are, but you also got those herbs, and sometimes you can't listen to what other people say. Sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands, in God's hands, and he'll heal you. And like you and I are both living proof, like you don't have to take medication all the time. You don't have to sit up and lay up in the hospital all the time, because God will still sustain you. And I, I just wish so many people would listen to me, that herbs and my son's godmother and her fiance have a business. I believe it's called, my brain is going blank. I forgot the name of their business. I say it all the time. It's a complicated name. But the name of, basically their business is a herbal business too. I believe I told you about their business. Yeah. And I started taking their herbs, and girl, I feel so good. I don't really need coffee. And I have my anxiety is gone. I smile more. I'm less tired. Now, not really all the time, because I stay up till 3 a.m. sometimes, but that's my fault. But herbs definitely 1% work. So yeah. I can definitely agree.
And in my situation, so it was almost like I was forced or pushed into herbs. So remember how I said they weren't sure what I had? So when I left the hospital, I had been there for several weeks, but I left the hospital to seek further care at the University of Virginia. But in that time, they couldn't send me home with medication because I wasn't fully diagnosed.
Right.
That whole year while I was waiting to get diagnosed, I was also waiting to get treated. So that's how I went on my journey then with herbs and everything like that. I actually went through Chinese herbalists and Chinese medicine down in Chinatown, and had some actually really funky tasting teas and herbs.
I bet.
Yeah. And then, the natural roots and, just straight up herbalism route. But yeah, I just kind of got forced into it.
Wow. Yeah, I feel you there. I was like the opposite though. Well, not really the opposite. I don't like taking like capsules, so I kind of force myself to do that. But I guess I've always been like a natural person. I've always liked, the natural side of life, but also the quick fixes of Tylenol and other stuff is better sometimes. But yeah, I can even say with like my son, I had a C-section, and the herbs helped me get over all that way faster than what the doctors wanted to give me. It was making my stomach hurt. So yeah, we talked about what your inspiration was to get started. We talked about how you got started, your powerful story of like what you've been through and what you've conquered. And then I also talked a lot. But what is some inspiration that you can give to someone that may want to get started in your field, or may want to try the herbs, but just maybe like I still want to be on my meds instead, or just how can you what kind of information can you give to people that just have questions, I guess.
Okay. So as far as people that want to supplement their medications with herbs, I would recommend going the BYOB route. We offer we haven't fully launched yet, but our launch is coming up. But be sure to follow us, Sip Ancient Remedies, and keep track. We'll be shouting out our launch date coming up. We're shooting for August 1st, but we offer the BYOB. It's called the Build Your Own Blend, where we specialize in the curated experience where you can create your own blend, curated to whatever your body needs. So let's say you're experiencing fatigue because you have some type of chronic illness or anxiety or maybe stress, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's a combination, a multitude of different things. You can use the BYOB option to build a blend that's specific to whatever you have going on. And you can supplement that in addition to whatever you're already taking. And you can even go as far as, consulting with your doctor about it beforehand and say, hey, I'm looking to create my own blend using, these specific roots and herbs. What do you think?
What about those doctors that, I breastfeed my son, so I had to switch his doctor because they weren't for it from the beginning. So what about those type of doctors?
Yeah.
That's not going to work because, they just want to make money off of.
Oh, you mean like discouraging to the, the supplemented value of roots and herbs and stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
On that case, I would suggest if you are a person that is into holistic health and wellness, try to find, if possible, if you can, try to find a doctor that is also encouraging of, holistic health and wellness. If you're someone that's, wants to go that route, but yet you have a physician or a doctor that just strictly thinks that everything is all medicine and medication will save your life. You can eat what you want to and never die as long as you take your blood pressure medicine every morning. You know what I mean? If that's not how you want to live your life, then I don't suggest you get a doctor that thinks that that's a great way to live, because a lot of different people, it's a lot of different doctors. So you have to get one that's kind of in line with your morals, and has the same type of integrity that you have. Otherwise, maybe you will be facing, a brick wall when you go that route. But I actually never even considered that because, what I do is I go through I believe it's NCIB. It's national publication. It's actually through the government, and that's how I decide what roots and herbs that I'm actually officially choose to share with everyone. You know what I mean? That way I can go back and prove, not necessarily prove, but I can use peer-reviewed documents and scholarly documents and articles from actual tests and different things like that, because at the end of the day, I was going to school for engineering, so I'm very technical, I'm very science worthy, and then we also are gay. So I guess the roots and herbs that I use, I can't say that I would see any, unless they're just like a nasty doctor, which it's possible. It wouldn't be the first time for them to be like, no, you should not, you should not be having dandelion root, in your diet. You know what I mean? I just can't see that happening. I'm sure it's possible, but we're not giving anyone anything unhealthy. And, as long as we're not taking any unhealthy doses.
From the ground.
Yeah, exactly. There's more caution in the things that doctors are prescribing than what we're selling in these herbs.
Yeah that's definitely true. And I mean, like I said, if y'all want to see two people that have just prospered health wise off of herbs, here we are. So let me see. Okay. Oh yes. And also, what about if someone that wants to get started?
Okay, so if someone wants to get started, like for one, just selling products in general, any products, whether it be selling online or building a brand and selling in person. I'm actually working on a online course coming soon, probably in the fall, teaching people how to do that and find verified vendors, and actually also providing so my secured vendors that I'm using myself, and different methods of actually getting out there and building your brand, outside of most people are just most people are just promoting, no offense to it, but get someone to make you a flyer or something on Fiverr, website, and go. But it's
Paris Hawk Productions LLC.
What was that?
I said, or y'all can hire Paris Hawk Productions LLC to, because I do photography, event coordinating, graphic design. So I got y'all.
Exactly. Perfect. So I come through for the, you know, product development and branding and how to source the products and website building and all that. And then, you know, come through on the back end to get all that into one cohesive look, you know what I mean, with the, you know, photography and all that.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Okay, so any pros and cons of what you do? And also, do you do this full time?
Yeah, full time. Actually, I've been an entrepreneur full time pretty much my entire life. I had a job at IHOP in high school for maybe like a year. I worked at a restaurant in Atlanta for a couple of months. But other than that, I've been a full time entrepreneur for a majority of my life.
Girl, me too. Me too. Power to the entrepreneurs.
What was that?
I was just saying, power to the entrepreneurs.
Definitely. And let me take this time to also shout out my other business, V.I.B.E Boutique. It's at WHYENVY Boutique, BOUTIQUE on Instagram and Facebook. That's also our website. And we've actually been in business since 2014. And we do handmade hair bows and clothes. And well, the clothes, we get clothes from different vendors, but the hair bows and accessories, we all handmade.
Okay, I thought I was just interviewing one business. Now you know we're gonna have to have you back on.
Okay,
you can't do that to me.
Yeah.
How you just gonna like just keep that up, girl? Okay.
Well, so I like to keep them separate, and I'm not boasty, you know.
Yeah. No, it's not boasting. I used to think of it like that, but you know, you could casually, you know, because you could have been like, I know you have a son. Does he want some clothes?
Yeah, well, actually, sorry for the guys, but it's mostly just girls.
My future daughter.
That's right. For her, yeah, we can get you some onesies, some rompers, so she'll be ready as soon as she gets here.
Oh, yes, whenever, not as soon. Gotta find me my husband first.
Okay, take it.
Oh, I have to pause because I know some of the viewers are gonna be like, huh? Yeah, no. I just have a 19-month-old and that's it right now. Thank you, Lord. But yes, so do you do any clothing for women as well?
No, just children. Well, just the girls. It's a little girls boutique. It's from newborn to, I believe, 12 or 13 is the biggest size we go up to.
Well, I mean, you see me. I can wear clothes from when I was in like what, middle school. So
might be able to squeeze into like you know, a dress or something.
Exactly. But that's really cool. Definitely please send me that because like I have nieces and they're the ones that I buy for since I have a boy. So yes.
Okay. Well,
yes.
Yeah, why?
Yes, I will try. Send it to me, girl, because I would definitely love to check it out and we'll have you back. But anyways, before we end, are there any sneak peeks that you might want to share with us? I promise I won't tell anyone. They'll have to come on here to learn about the sneak peek. So what secrets can you tell me today?
Hey, so I got a lot of stuff, a lot of goodies right here. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to shout out to the homie at Namaste Thuggin on Instagram. So she specializes in sound healing, sound baths, and sound bowls and things like that. She also not too long ago got into sacred yoni retreats and that. So I just worked on it's right here. I just worked on a black label brand with her. It's a edition yoni. Oh, I don't know if y'all can even see that. Is that coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Yoni Puja. It's limited edition. It's coming out. So it's basically a sacred tantric ritual during which the yoni is worshipped and has cloves, yeast, red tea. It's really good. Actually,
good.
A full exclusive on the thing. She hasn't even seen the finished product yet.
Ooh.
I'll probably call her after this though. Okay, so but here's her bags in here.
Oh, it's like a tea bag. That's so cool.
Yeah. And then it's got the Yoni Puja little thing. And it basically just says what I was saying. Yoni Puja, noun, a sacred tantric ritual during which the yoni is worshipped.
Wow. That is so cool. And I can just imagine what it smells like.
Yeah, it's amazing with the cloves, and there's some star anise in there. Star anise is actually estrogenic. So yeah, it's a really powerful tea. It's gonna be nice for the yoni retreat. Actually, I'm kind of make it.
When is the retreat?
Oh, wow, I want to say it's on July 10th. I think it's next weekend.
So we should have done this interview before, so I could be like, "Yo, let me join."
Yeah, because I'm actually getting ready to ship those out to her in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, and my mom's birthday is on July 10th, so there's no way that I could actually.
To sure though, I'll send your information. Double check that. But her Instagram is at Namaste Thuggin, like Namaste, and then Thuggin.
That you're gonna have to text it to me, okay?
Okay, I got you.
But that is so cool. I mean, I know someone else that was gonna do a yoni retreat. I didn't know like a lot of people were actually interested in that. So I might have to have you team up with her. I think that the retreat is 9 months away.
Oh, okay.
I have a feeling that she's pregnant. That's why it's 9 months away. But But yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna definitely have to send your information. Whenever you send me that information, I'm gonna send it her way because she's actually, like I said, trying to do one of those retreats. And so, look, girl, your business and her business might actually just grow from that. So that is really awesome. Yeah. Any other sneak peeks?
Oh yeah. Okay. I think I already showed you all this. So our packets, we're working on getting our immunity packets. These are actually house packets. These are only house blends. We're working on getting our immunity packets in stores. So hopefully you'll see them in a store near you. Not only that, we've also bottled up our immunity blends as well, and we're also looking to get that in stores. So as well, stay tuned for that. We got our house sugar coming soon. And and gallons too.
Yeah.
Gallons. We got a lot coming soon. And we're actually going to tour. I might as well do a shout out. So like you mentioned earlier, the tour. So I haven't really started the tour yet, but I'm looking forward to launching a tour.
It might as well be a tour.
Yeah, okay. Might as well already be on tour. So yeah, we're going on. I'm looking forward to we're talking to Summer Smash in Chicago to get to Summer Smash Festival. We're potentially looking into One Music Festival. So we'll be around all through. We're pretty sure that we'll be out through the fall, all through the winter, up through December. There's a couple festivals that are out in California in November. So yeah, we plan on getting out. So if anybody's looking to, let's say somebody's a YouTuber or content creator or whatever, wants to come out and get on the road with us and is available to help work. And let's say we work Ancient Remedies, going to festivals on the weekend and can do your own personal content creation while we're on the road during the week. I have one seat open in the van. Oh, actually, I don't know if you're familiar with this. I'm also doing a van conversion. I have a van conversion page called Black Girl Vagabond.
Oh my goodness, you're living out of a van?
Yeah, well, not yet. It's not done. The conversion.
Okay, see, this is not the end of our interview. Like, we're gonna have to talk after, just one-on-one, because I really want a tiny house and I also want to convert either a van or a bus.
Yeah, that's dope.
So you said you have one more seat left. I'm sorry, guys, I already called it.
Okay, we'll have to get you an application in.
I'm so serious. Like, I call it, like, it's crazy because I wanted to go to Cali and different places. I think I even text you and was like, yo, if you need if you need someone, I got you. And I was super serious. I wasn't joking about that. So I am here for it, girl. I am here for it. Yes. But we'll have to talk further. I don't know if anyone else has called it already, but yo, look at God. He said if I go on that fast, things will start coming my way. And I don't know if this has come my way, but the opportunity in itself is there. So that's enough for me.
Yeah, the opportunity is there. I'll be going around. I'm going to be leaving from here. Well, Chicago is not too far from here, so I won't be taking off from there. But from there, I'll be going on the road. I'd love to go to Rolling Loud Festival. I haven't reached out to them yet. And then just go to all around the way, like go all down through New York, DC, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
All the way around and then head on out to Colorado. Well, Texas, I want to go to Texas and then go up to Colorado and go out to California and come on back down to Atlanta.
That is so dope. You are so dope. You are definitely a vibe. Wow, you see how that just rolled off my tongue? A vibe. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
But yes, wow. Okay. You shared a lot of sneak peeks. You've gotten me so excited. I am super stoked. Like, you are amazing. I think this interview was worth waiting for because, I've been like, okay, let's go. And like, when is she going to be back in Georgia? Every time I see her, she's somewhere new. Like, come on, come on.
Yeah, I went back. Wow.
Yeah, it's okay. That means you're just budding. I recently did a tour in New Orleans and Texas, and so I'm like, God, like, I need an opportunity, and even if this is not the opportunity, then there's going to be some opportunity for me. But I'm just super excited for you. I'm super excited for me. I'm super excited for all the budding entrepreneurs, all the budding artists, dancers, singers. I mean, yo. Like, people just don't know that, like, all of us Black gold, like, we're coming for you, okay? Period. So, anyways, yes. So, anyway, I know you want to be addressed as ASH. So, ASH, I am so, I know I came on here a little tired, If y'all watched my other interviews, I'm always up hype, I'm a mom. Okay. So, but yes, thank you so much for just being here today. Thank you so much for showing us that despite any circumstances, you can overcome. And just thank you so much for being transparent and sharing your story. And yeah, thank you. And just remember that you are a queen, you are a vibe, you are a virtuous individual, Black excellent queen, and you are Black gold. And don't let anyone tell you any different. Don't let anyone take off your crown. I see your crown on top of your head, girl, already. My sister locks are under here. I'm still doing them. But yeah, like, you already got your starter. So yes, keep your crown on. Don't let anyone take it off. And if they do, then I'm gonna come for them, okay?
Okay.
Don't try my friend, okay? Thank you. And support her. Her drinks are amazing. I've tried it. But anyways, yes, thanks, Queen, for being here, and talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
On Instagram. Thanks again for having us.
Yes, see you. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back, and wow, her testimony is amazing. Like, who would have known that she went through what she went through? Who would have known, with that beautiful smile on her face and the personality that she has? No one would have known that God did a miracle in her life. No one would have known that God did the unseen. When you have faith in God, sometimes you have to believe without seeing. And even though she was discouraged, she eventually became healed. And I am so thankful that God is a healer. He is the greatest healer. Because for the diseased woman in the Bible, he was the great physician. All right? And he was the great physician for her. So thank you so much, Ash, CEO of Ancient Remedies, for, being an inspiration to us today. Thank you for showing us that when you go through things, you can always come out of it on the sunny side. All right, everyone. I appreciate you guys for watching V.I.B.E today. Remember that you guys are virtuous, individual, Black, excellent kings and queens. Remember, baby, that you are royalty, and don't let anybody tell you different. And also, please don't forget to support Ancient Remedies, and don't forget to support V.I.B E. You can find all of our information down below. Buy merch, book us. Y'all, we're about to soar high and touch the sky. Thank you so much. I love you guys. All right. See you later.
If you're a Black business owner, poet, dancer, singer, and more, then please email me at vibeshow18@gmail.com. Again, the email is vibeshow18@gmail.com. Can't wait to feature you. Bye. This show is produced by Paris Hawk Productions, LLC.